Red One is the kind of movie that, at first glance, might scare you off with its wild mix of action, Christmas adventure, and fantasy. But as the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the strangest cocktail can turn out surprisingly delightful. I watched this film hoping for something fresh, and overall, it left a positive impression. It's not a masterpiece of Christmas cinema, but honestly, I enjoyed it. Here's why. First off, this film is packed with action. Yes, you heard right. Christmas greets us not just with lights and snow, but with full-blown action scenes where Santa Claus turns into an action hero. Tired of the same old family Christmas films? Here, we've got combat-ready heroes with weaponized toys, and Santa isn't just a jolly man in a red suit. He's a true tough guy. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans are an undeniably dynamic duo, not just fighting and saving Christmas, but cracking jokes along the way, which gives the film its charm. Their chemistry really helps you overlook the minor flaws in the plot. Does this film have any standout, unforgettable moments? Not really, but for a laid-back evening with popcorn, it's perfect. Were you expecting high drama or a complex story from Dwayne Johnson? Of course not. He's just a cheerful, rock-solid elf saving the day. Chris Evans does a solid job as Jack, a Christmas hunter, who seems like he's stumbled into the adventure from a bachelor party gone wild. The story revolves around rescuing Santa. Yes, a bit cliché, but the film tries to put a fresh spin on it. The villain, Grillia, played by Kiernan Shipka, decides to kidnap Santa, but instead of a menacing threat, she comes off as more of a bumbling witch. Her character lacks depth, though a few of her scenes do bring a smile, especially one involving disguised elves. It's silly but amusing. The most intriguing part of the film, however, is the magic. Santa here isn't just a kind old man with a sack of gifts, but a full-fledged hero with magical powers, portals, and even exotic animals. It's a familiar Christmas setup, but sprinkled with dark humor and fantasy elements. Think of it as Fantastic Beasts meeting a Christmas movie. The visual effects are a mixed bag. They're vibrant and colorful, but some scenes feel like they came straight out of a budget video game. For instance, moments with mythical creatures or magical portals lack the finesse you'd expect from a high-budget production. Still, the more epic the scene, the more you want to believe in its holiday magic, even if it's just festive fantasy fluff. Character development also has its issues. Grillia, for example, is an odd choice for the main antagonist. Her motivations are flimsy, and her portrayal feels more comedic than threatening. However, if you approach her role with a sense of humor, there's some fun to be had. On the flip side, J.K. Simmons as Santa is an absolute delight. His presence brings a special spark to the film. It's just a shame his role is so limited. In the end, Red One is not a movie to take too seriously. It won't win an Oscar for its screenplay, and it's unlikely to become a Christmas classic like Home Alone. But for a casual evening with friends or family, it's a great way to kick back and enjoy some lighthearted fun. The dynamic between Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans steals the show, offering a dose of magic, action, and a few good laughs. Everything you need for a festive mood. Sure, the movie has its flaws and can feel downright absurd at times, but that's part of its charm. If you go in without expecting genius and just want a couple of hours of holiday fun with action-packed antics, this movie delivers. Red One won't go down in history as a Christmas masterpiece, but it's an entertaining ride. So, if you're looking for something light and festive with a touch of over-the-top action, give it a shot. Just don't expect deep philosophical meaning. Enjoy it for what it is.